with the interactive session for partners, sponsors, and edutech companies. And I would be requesting the representative of each sponsor company to please come on the stage and do their presentation. Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth indeed is very, very thankful to all the sponsors for extending their help, their support, and their guidance to conduct this program. So to start with, I would like to call upon Google Ila Vadhwa ma'am, Head of Lead Gen, Mid-Market Sales, Google Customer Solutions. I'll take a moment to briefly introduce Ila ma'am to all of you. Ila Vadhwa is a veteran digital marketing leader, currently serving as the head of the mid-market sales for lead generation business at Google. With an impressive career spanning leadership roles at Apple and Airtel, she specializes in navigating the intersection of technological disruption and strategic execution. Ela is currently focusing on leveraging generative and agentic AI to redefine MarTech and drive operational excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ela Vadhwa, ma'am.
Hi everyone. Very nice to be here. I think as you settle, okay, we also have the slides up. Is it okay? Okay. Okay, it's an honor to be here. My name is Ila. I head education for Google. And when I was researching that how should I come here and start a presentation to this esteemed audience, I realized that Pune is called the Oxford of the East. So I am absolutely privileged to be here. I also have a 14-year-old at home. And I think the way they are thinking now of education is to get the education of Oxford of the East, but get a job in the borderless Silicon Valley. So that's what I'm here to talk about, the changes that we are seeing in the education landscape and how universities like yours that are shaping the future of this country, how you can evolve and take some benefit from the changes that we are seeing. So with that, I will start with the first thing that that hits me when I started making this presentation. By 2030, 1 out of every 5 people who are the age of working will be an Indian. And educating them is the onus upon this group. So all of you, we are eternally grateful to all of you, but the responsibility is also very huge. If I go to the next slide, it actually points out the mammoth task जो आप सब हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं. If we go to the next slide, today India has 4.3 crore students. This is approximately across 1163 universities. But if by 2035, as per the National Education Policy goal, if we have to hit 50% of gross enrollment rate in higher education, what is the big task is that you will have to get 86 million more enrollments, which means jo aaj hamari capacity hai, every year needs to increase by 5%. No country that has ever taken kind human resource mobilization task. Responsibility, there's a big opportunity, but there's also very big competition. Now, our students have that many more options to choose universities. So what we are going to talk about is a little bit about how that child sitting in, or the student sitting in Delhi or Nagpur or Jaipur is actually finding you today And I'm just going to talk about that change in the digital landscape. And digital and AI is what our children and this 86 million enrollments that you will do. They're breathing and living the generation of AI and digital. So if we go to the next slide, how many of you here bought a car recently? किसी ने गाड़ी खरीदी हो recently? Okay. Sir, how much research did you do? आपने बात की होगी लोगों से, आपने समझने की कोशिश की होगी, internet पे research की होगी. I'm sure if you have children around, they would have suggested what to do. You would have gone and seen some videos on what is working. All the ads that come in IPL on cars would have started making more sense to you at that time. What we have discovered, and this is a car. This is the amount of time you spend for a car. गलती से जो कार आपको नहीं चाहिए आ गई तो it burns our heart, but you can change it. When it comes to our children's future, and I have two, we are a lot more careful, right? What we have discovered in your category, there are 26 touch points before a child, maybe a parent with them, decides what is the course or the university that they will go in for. 26 touch points. Okay. And this journey we will talk very quickly to you about. So if we go to the next slide, there are the first, I'm going to talk about 4 big changes which are happening. The first is today's search. पहले हम normal search करते थे BCom. I'm economics honors, so economics and maybe search भी नहीं करते थे, but even till a few years back, हम course का नाम search करते थे, हम maybe university का नाम search करते थे. Today, these searches are becoming longer and longer. The way a student is searching in education is 8+ words. So they're no longer writing best course in India. They're no longer writing economics honors in India. They're writing what is the best course that can help me make the next AI app. That's the way students are searching online. So that behavior in itself is changing. If we move to the next trends, the first one here, we go to the next slide. Okay. We spoke about how students are searching. We understood when you had to buy a car, you spend time. Today, to decide on which course or university a student wants to attend, a student is spending 6.5 weeks on average trying to identify the course or the university that they want to be a part of. 6.5 weeks. And 92% of this time, which is 6 weeks of this time, is actually spent in active research. One more thing jo we want to share with all of you is 76% of these queries that are happening on Google. And, if someone is searching on Google, we feel that is the proxy for demand, right, in the market. 76% of these queries don't have a brand name with it. So आज की डेट में students don't know whether they want to go to X university or Y university. They are just doing these long searches, and what kind of searches, we will also come to that. So if we go to the next trend that we see, number one is 6.5 weeks are spent to find the university or the course that they want. The second is, I think वो जमाना जब हम डिग्रीज के लिए एजुकेशन लेते थे थोड़ा सा पीछे चला गया है. Now what we look for, what our students are looking for, are careers. So we are not having simple courses ka queries come in. We are getting, if you see on the screen, we get BTech AIML, BA LLB, Integrated MBA, BBA LLB. These are some of the courses which are the fastest increasing in demand in the country. There's one thing common across all of them. These courses are not just degrees, these courses help you land a career. So these are career choices that a student is making, where they know at the end of 5 years, at the end of 4 years, I will have a career that I can bank on. And that's a very big shift versus when I educated myself. My family's from a business background, so there was no interest in what studies I will do. So I said I'll do economics because it was a difficult course to do. That is the only thinking I had. I didn't know what I would do after that. Children today are actually thinking of the career first and then finding the course. And that's what we are seeing. And you know, civil, mechanical, BCA, ये जो terms हैं, जो Google में search एक time पे बहुत होते थे, ये quietly, धीरे से कहीं पे decline होने लग गए हैं. So it just tells us that 6.5 weeks they're taking to research. They're researching for career-oriented courses and not just degrees. And the third thing that I will talk about, I remember, and I know for my son also, I was talking to him about it, you know, going to universities, prospectus leke aana, all of this is changed. Today, what you are doing is present digitally for everyone to consume. आपका कैंपस टूर यूट्यूब पे होता है, आपका स्टूडेंट टेस्टिमोनियल्स, किसकी कहाँ नौकरी लगी, नौकरी अच्छी थी, कैंपस प्लेसमेंट कैसा था, कितने परसेंटेज प्लेसमेंट हुआ, ये सारे रिव्यूज आर ऑन यूट्यूब. एंड यूट्यूब एज अ प्लेटफॉर्म for searching for education is growing faster than the typical text search. And the reason why we are here today, you would not have seen Google come to these events ever. You know, this is a very highly esteemed audience where you discuss the future of education. The reason for the first time, and I've been at Google for 5.5 years now, we are here is because this is what is shocking to us. It's for the first time we are seeing streaming, scrolling, searching, all for a category like education happening digitally. So now if you want to find your next student, you have to also be on these platforms, right? If we go to the next section, how can we partner? And this is where I will close. If we go to the next slide, I said 26 touch points. 19 out of these 26 touch points are actually happening on Google today. My son will go to college 3 years down the line, but already passively I am consuming the information that is around me. So how can you build your digital presence? When do you start your जो पहले एक टीवी कैंपेन करते थे या एक प्रिंट एड करते थे या एक बिलबोर्ड करते थे, how can you now start reaching out to your audience for that 6.5 weeks when they're actively in the market searching for you? If we go next, I will not spend too much time, but basically now it's a calendar. Your education season is what we are sitting in right now. January to March, our guidance is that you capture curiosity, and this is by building your presence on platforms like videos, you know, creating a brand presence, getting your students to talk about your courses, making sure they're reaching the right audience. You convert this intent in April to July when you need your seats to be filled, right? And finally, in August to December, you take a step back and you see what are the other experiments that we can do to make sure our marketing strategy ends up capturing what we want. Marketing now is no longer spray and pray कि आपने campaign किया हमें पता ही नहीं उससे क्या हुआ. Google takes pride in doing everything with measurement. तो अगर हमारे साथ एक campaign करते हो या you know किसी भी digital platform के साथ करते हो, the advantage is that we come back and tell you X number of seats got filled because of the money you invested here. Um, okay, with that, I think if we just go to the end, we can skip this one. We can go to the last slide. Okay, these are just examples of some of your, you know, universities from your industry that have actually partnered with Google, and they have seen immense success. And this is not just bringing the cost down for them, cost of admissions down for them. It's getting new students to enroll. It is entering new geographies, and it's building a presence so that, like, we manage universities where I am being told now that hamari puri capacity full ho gayi hai. You know, we don't have more capacity to support. So I think that's the power of Google. That's the power of digital. And the reason why we are here is not to tell you use Google, but to tell you the student that you are looking for today is searching and finding you very differently from what they used to find you. And you need to be present on these platforms for your students to be able to discover you, and for you to find your next student. And with that, I come to a close. There is a paper that all of you would have on your seats. It actually talks about your digital maturity. My team is here on first floor. We also have a booth. Uh, Please feel free to come by. We will tell you what stage of digital maturity you are at, and we can help you with your digital journey. So with that, thank you so much for having me. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Ila Vadma, ma'am. May I request Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, ma'am, to please come on the stage to felicitate Ila Vadma, ma'am. Thank you very much, Ila, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you, Mittal, ma'am, for doing the felicitation. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have MasterSoft, Mr. Nick Hutton, VP Global MasterSoft. May I invite you on stage, please? MasterSoft is India's oldest and leading digital transformation partner to higher education institutes across the globe, founded in the year 2000 by Nagpur University veteran Shri Sham Somani ji. Today, MasterSoft serves more than 1,100 institutions across the world. MasterSoft is represented by their heir of global business and an expert in online digital learning, Mr. Nick Hutton, who brings in more than 45 years of industry experience, traveling all the way from London for this prestigious event. May I have you on the stage, sir? Oh, sorry.
Good morning, everybody. By the way, I'm not in London. I'm in Bangkok in Thailand. I've been in Asia for the last 35 years, and I've spent obviously a lot of time during that period in your wonderful country. So it's always nice to come back. So, honored Vice Chancellors, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before I speak about the future of higher education, I want to honor the ground we are standing on, because I do not believe that it is an accident that this conversation is happening today and the next couple of days in Pune. This is the land of the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, a ruler whose genius was not only military, but institutional. He built Swarajya on the conviction that knowledge of governance, of languages, of administration, of strategy must belong to the people who serve the land, not to the privileged few. He commissioned the Raja Vyavahara Kosha to reclaim the language of statecraft. This was, in its time, an act of educational redesign, something that I'm going to talk a little bit more about in a minute. His son, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, carried that flame further. Himself a scholar, a poet, a master of multiple languages, the order of Budbhu Shaman, a warrior king who believed that learning was inseparable from leadership. 2 centuries later, in 1848, just a few kilometers from here, Savitribai Phule and Jyotirao Phule opened India's first school for girls at a time when that very idea was considered unthinkable. They did not add education to the existing system. They redesigned what an institution could be, for whom and for what end. And of course, as we all know, we are standing today at Dr. D.Y. Patil University, an institution born of another act of educational vision. Padma Shri Dr. D.Y. Patil's lifelong belief that education must reach every class, every region, every aspiration is quite literally the ground beneath our feet this morning. Shivaji Maharaj, Sambhaji Maharaj, Savitribai Phule, Dr. D.Y. Patil, 4 centuries, one unbroken thread that the true measure of an institution is not what it preserves, but what it dares to redesign. I find this fitting because what we're about to discuss, the AI-native university, is not a technology conversation. It is, like every chapter before it, a redesign question. Not what do we add, but what we must become. And that is the question that I'd like to walk through in the next 8 minutes or so. So let me start with a simple but uncomfortable truth. Knowledge is no longer scarce. Today, knowledge is searchable, available to anyone, anywhere, instantly. It's generatable. AI can produce it on demand. It's explainable, broken down into simple, accessible concepts, and most importantly, information, it is no longer owned by institutions. So we have to ask ourselves a fundamental question. If information is everywhere, what is the role of the university? Because if access to knowledge is no longer the advantage, then our value cannot be information delivery. Our value must shift from information to transformation. And the institutions that recognize this shift early will define the next decade of higher education. Next slide, please. Sorry, previous slide. Thank you. So we're actually facing now a structural mismatch. We know that AI models evolve in under a year, technology platforms reset annually, industry skill requirements shift faster than curriculum approvals. But our academic systems remain linear. 3-year degrees, 4-year degrees, fixed curricula. So what happens? Knowledge changes. And knowledge changes while the student is still studying it. So by the time they graduate, a significant portion of what they learned is already outdated. So the real question becomes, what differentiates our graduates? It's no longer what they know. It's how they Are not enough. Even continuous updates are not enough, because the system itself is no longer aligned with the pace of change. We're not dealing with an improvement problem. We're dealing with a redesign problem. Next slide, please. So what does redesign look like? First, we must recognize that the product of the university is changing. Historically, we produce knowledge holders, degree earners, time-bound graduates, but in today's world, that is obviously not sufficient. We must produce adaptive problem solvers, continuous learners, AI-augmented professionals. And this requires a shift in what we make durable, because content will always change, but capability compounds. So what is it that must be durable? Well, first principles, systems thinking, applied problem solving, the ability to work with AI, and above all, adaptability. And this also requires a structural shift, not semesters, but systems. Not time-based progression, but mastery-based progression. Not standardization, but personalization at scale. This is not a pedagogical adjustment. This is an operating model transformation. Next slide, please. If we step back, we can see three clear eras. The industrial era was about standardization. The digital era was about access and efficiency. But the AI era is about intelligence, and that changes everything. Curriculum becomes continuously adaptive. Progression becomes mastery-based, not time-based. Faculty move from content experts to mentors, to architects, and of course to guides. Assessment becomes continuous, not episodic. And perhaps most importantly, the institution itself becomes dynamic. So this is the key point. The AI era is not an upgrade. It's a redesign. And that redesign must happen at the institutional level. Next slide, please.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but last 1 minute left.
Now, every university will become AI enabled. That's inevitable. It's already happening, as many of you will know. But only a few will become what we call AI native. And that difference will define competitiveness over the next decade. An AI-enabled university adds tools. It automates workflows. It improves efficiency. But the core structure remains the same. An AI-native university does something very, very different. It redesigns the institution from the ground up. It embeds intelligence across every function. It reimagines the student experience entirely. And here's the important point. The gap between these two is not technology. It's institutional will, it's leadership alignment. And so this becomes a strategic choice for every vice chancellor in this room. Do we optimize the existing model, or do we begin to reinvent it? Next slide, please. So at the heart of an AI native university is what we call an intelligence layer. Just as every institution has a financial system, in the future, every institution will have an intelligence system. This layer connects teaching, research, administration, and student services. It uses predictive models, analytics, and intelligent agents to continuously inform decisions. And this transforms the student life cycle. We move from reactive systems to proactive systems. We can detect risk before failure. We can adapt pathways before disengagement. We can align careers before graduation and intervene early, not late. So the shift is this. We move from managing transactions to managing student trajectories. Next slide, please. Now, obviously, with this intelligence comes responsibility, and it's important to acknowledge that there are a number of concerns in this process. First of all, academic integrity, data privacy, faculty resistance.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Nick, but
regulatory alignment, algorithmic bias, these are real issues, but they're manageable with the right governance, human-in-the-loop systems, clear data ownership and controls, faculty-led design, not imposed change, and many others. So, inaction is definitely a risk, but equally not to delay indefinitely. So the message here is not to rush blindly. The leadership position is this: proceed carefully, move deliberately, because the question is not whether transformation will happen, it will. The real question is how responsibly you'll lead it, and the institutions that move carefully but deliberately will define the future of higher education in India. So let me close where I began. Shivaji Maharaj built Swarajya on the conviction that knowledge belonged to the people who served the land. Sambhaji Maharaj wrote his Budbhushanam and the same hand that defended a kingdom, proving that learning and leadership are one. Savitribai Phule, with no data and no dashboards, believed an institution's true measure was not what it taught, but who it transformed. And Dr. D.Y. Patil built this very campus on that same belief, that education's real product is the human being who walks out of its gates. The AI-native university is not a departure from that tradition. It's its continuation. The tools change, the mission does not. You do not need to become an AI native tomorrow, but the universities that begin designing responsibly today, that proceed carefully but deliberately, will be the ones our students, our industries, and the next century of Indian higher educations will remember. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Nick, for your presentation. I would also like to call upon Mr. Mustaq Rugata, sir, on stage, please. We'll have a video now to be displayed.
Deshe pujate Raja, Vidwan Sarvatra pujate.
A king is worshipped in his territory, but a scholar is worshipped throughout the world. In a life shaped by discipline and inquiry began the journey of Mr. Shyam Somani, born in Nagpur, driven by purpose from the very beginning. An engineer by training, his work at BHEL earned recognition and led to research publications. In New Delhi, he worked on early IBM systems and trained professionals in digital technologies. In 1988 at Nagpur University, he led the computerization of critical systems, bringing efficiency and transparency at scale. In 2000, he made a defining choice to leave certainty and build with purpose. From a single room with a team of 2, MasterSoft began. A breakthrough with VNIT marked the beginning of credibility. From there, a digital ecosystem emerged, serving 1,100 plus institutions across 5 plus countries. Recognized nationwide, he became a voice shaping conversations on education and transformation, because technology, when built with purpose, becomes the great equalizer.
MasterSoft is one of the significant dimensions of actualization of the said aim. I am so proud to visit Shyam and his entire team, including his son, including his daughter-in-law, including his nephew, and the entire members of all his team. He is an inspiring role model in this country of entrepreneurship with cause, meaning, and purpose. Thank you very much.
I take a moment to introduce a brief introduction of Shri Shyam Somani ji, who is the founder and director of MasterSoft. But long before he was a founder, he was an educator. From 1988 to year 2000, he served as head of the computer center at Nagpur University, where he pioneered some of the earliest campus digitization efforts in India, at a time when most universities were still entirely paper-driven in the year 2000. And on behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, a special mention that MasterSoft is a platinum sponsor. And on behalf of Somani ji, I would request Mustaq sir and Mr. Nick to kindly accept the felicitation. I would like to call upon stage Professor Vinay Pathak ji to please felicitate MasterSoft. Give go one. Go. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vinay ji, for the felicitations. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Well, we'll be soon starting with our inaugural ceremony. I just wanted to give you a few instructions before the inaugural session. May I request all dignitaries to check with your sitting, kindly be seated, and to ensure your phones are on silent mode. To ensure that the inaugural ceremony runs smoothly, kindly refrain from moving around in the auditorium once the inaugural session starts. We kindly request you to remain seated throughout the ceremony and observe silence as a mark of our respect during the proceedings. Our volunteers are available to address any further concerns or provide support as needed. Finally, I would like to request you all to give a standing ovation when the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra and other dignitaries enter on the stage, and kindly remain standing for national song, national anthem, followed by Maharashtra Geet. We truly appreciate your cooperation during the inaugural session. One more important announcement, that after the inaugural session, there will be a group photograph at the ground floor. All the vice chancellors, I repeat, only all the vice chancellor, esteemed vice chancellors, would be requested after the program, when our chief guest departs from the stage, to please use the lift and go on the ground floor for the group photograph. And after the photograph, you can again resume here in the same auditorium for the next sessions. Thank you so much. Our next sponsor is VSoft, Mr. Ashish Arora. VSoft Private Limited delivers innovative IT and digital transformation solution with 10 plus years of experience in the education and assessment domain. We empower universities, schools, coaching institutes, and educational bodies with advanced solutions like on-screen marketing system, question paper management software, OMR software, and more, helping improve efficiency, accuracy, and scalable growth. Can we have Mr. Ashish Arora on stage, please?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So it's my pleasure to come here to present my company, VSoftTech, on this platform. So my name is Ashish. I'm a sales head in VSoftTech Private Limited, Noida. So our company started in 2015. So we are working in examination domain, either the offline-based examination, online-based examination, and we have 10 years of experience for in education sector to facilitate either universities, school, colleges. Next slide, please. So these previous one, please. So we are CMI 3 level company. We have around 5,000 plus installation in worldwide for our multiple solutions. We have a multiple ISO certificates and a secure platform for conducting the examination. Next slide, please. So these are the company product what we have for the assessment, either for the offline assessment and the online. So the first one is the OMR software, in which you can conduct the offline based examination for starting from the sheet designing to the result donation. The second one is the on-screen marking solution. It's a digital platform in which you can conduct an assessment for the subjective type of evaluation. The third one, the question paper management system, is a platform where you can find the and create the question paper, either your internal and the external faculties. The next one is the AI-based proctoring, in which you can conduct the examination pan-India, worldwide, for any time or anywhere through the video proctoring as well as the live proctoring. The next one is the center-based examination, in which you conduct the examination pan-India on each centers. Next slide, please. So what I come here for to showcase the platform, this is on-screen marking solution, is a platform in which you can digitally evaluate your subjective as well as the objective answer sheets. So it helps universities, school, the boards for conduct the examination and evaluate secure, transparent, and efficient manner. Next slide, please. So what the features available in the system is the mark identification. The once the evaluator identify or evaluate the sheet, they will never see the student information. Dual evaluation, in which what the process is, you can evaluate both the objective MCQ based examination as well as the subjective based examination in a single platform. The next one is the real-time monitoring, either a HOD, COE department or any other department, they can track everything or on every time. The next one is the script allocation. So once the sheet is scanned, they can allocate individually to the each faculty. The learning outcome, what our system is mapping with the UGC guideline for the learning outcome, either a course outcome and the program outcomes. The next one is the result. The HOD, head of the department, the COE department, they can track on every result, and we can integrate your LMS system as well as the ERP system. What the process is, once they have a hierarchy, there are multiple options or multiple hierarchies available, like the admin portal is available, the COE department is available, the student department is available, scanning in charge, evaluator, HOD. What the thing is, the admin is a functionality to create a department, to create the users, to create the test and the reports part. So once the scanning is completed, so they are directly forward to the evaluator. They can evaluate the sheet. There are multiple options available. The HOD part,
Last
they
1
can
minute.
track and everything. And the student, once the result is live, the student that track the result, as well as there are any issue or concern, they can directly send to the HOD or the COE for the rechecking of the sheet.
Last 1 minute.
Yes, thank you. So we are associated with the multiple schools, universities, colleges. So few of the universities are Guru Nanak universities, Jamia Millia Islamia, Noble University, Vidyapeeth University, the multiple coaching institute, Physics Wala, Narayana, Chaitanya. That's all. Thank you.
May I once again request Dr. Pankaj Mittal Madam to felicitate. Okay. Vinay sir, Vinay Kumar Patak ji. Okay. I request Shukla sir to please felicitate Mr. Ashish Arora ji. Shukla sir is our Chief Executive Officer of DPU Foundation for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship. Thank you, sir. Next, we have D2L India, Mr. Santosh Jaisinghania. D2L is a leading educational technology company dedicated to transforming the way the world learns. Their flagship platform, Brightspace, is a modern cloud-based learning management system designed to make learning more personalized, engaging, and accessible for all learners. D2L is proud to support more than 16 million students across 600 universities covering 40 countries. May I invite Mr. Santosh Jaisinghania.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are enjoying these sessions from various institutions and various organizations. I'm here to represent D2L, but before I start, I just wanted to thank everyone and DY Patil especially for giving us an opportunity to present here. It's a privilege for D2L as well as myself to present. Without taking much time, I'll be talking about some of the teaching and learning trends in higher education. Next slide. LMS has evolved from distance learning tool to the core operating system for all learning experiences. So I hope every vice chancellor will agree with me that there was a thought in the past that LMSs are only for online learning. But now LMSs are actually utilized for blended learning as well. And it actually gives students time to consume lecture, reading, and videos before the class. Now, what happens is that classroom time is used for discussion, problem solving, and application. Now, this actually helps them, it actually shifts the faculty role from content delivery to mentorship and deeper engagement. And one of the examples of our global client, it's Columbia University. So they have actually achieved 40% increase in the student engagement through active learning formats like debates and hackathons. Now, I will leave you with a thought that if your faculties are still walking into the lecture hall and doing what they would have done in 1995, because your LMS is sitting idle, you are not running a university. You are running a very expensive broadcast channel. Next slide, please. Now, when we talk about attention and economy and Gen Z, and I hope all will agree with this, there is a very small, attention time, span of time for these Gen Z people, right? And in fact, our kids, they just have maybe 8 seconds, right? So universities are actually not only competing with peers, they are actually competing with platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Netflix for student attention. And Gen Z may have short initial attention span, but they strongly prefer interactive engagement, right? So, and again, as I said, I'll talk with an example. Universities of Texas use short and high production 5-minute modules instead of long recorded lectures. And students actually don't like, static content. They like dynamic content, right? Gen Z is not disengaged. They are highly selective and will deeply engage with compelling content. The question is not their attention span. It's whether your content is worth their attention. Next slide, please. And again, and if I don't talk about faculty, I'm not doing justice, right? So faculty burnout is a real trend which is happening across the
Sorry to
institution.
interrupt you, sir. Last 1 minute left.
Yeah. So I'll not take much time, but yes, faculty burnout is actually increasing due to the administrative workload. I just want to highlight this that AI is not here to replace the faculties, right? AI enables insights that are possible to generate manually and especially in large classroom. And institutions that succeed will be those that use AI to give faculty more time for meaningful teaching and interaction, right? There are three key takeaways, and an institution, a future-ready institution, will be with LMS as the central learning infrastructure, engaging student-centric content formats, AI-driven efficiency to support faculty. And institutions that align with these three pillars are not just modernizing, they are building the universities of the future. Next slide, please. And this is exactly why so many of these universities and institutes have partnered with D2L. Today, we support more than 100 institutes in India. Next slide, please. And this is why we are trusted by 16 million students in more than 600 universities across 40 countries. And if this interests you, we have a stall outside the conference room. Please feel free to visit and the D12 team will be happy to assist you further. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I once again request Mr. Shukla to please felicitate Santosh Jaisinghania, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your sponsorship. Next, we have Merito, Mr. Siddharth Singh, Director Merito. Merito is a unified AI-powered modular and automated platform purpose built for educational organizations, enabling them to attract, engage, and enroll students. Can we have Mr. Siddharth, please?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Siddharth, and I would like to thank DeepU and AIU for having us here. I can see many familiar faces who are already using Merito as a platform. So it becomes easy for me to tell you about what we do and what we are solving. Can I have the next the slide, please? So if I talk about Merito, what we are solving is the enrollment piece, the admission piece. Today, as a university, can we put a slide? Yeah, thank you. So if I talk about what we are solving, so as a university, we spend a lot of money on marketing to generate leads, right? And right from there, the challenge starts to happen. The way we are able to centralize the lead. So when we don't have any robust solution in place, we are not being able to centralize leads. Because of this, there are a lot of duplicate leads which comes into a platform that leads to duplication of effort. And in parallel, your marketing team is not being able to optimize their campaigns. In the second layer, if I talk about your admissions team, as a counselors, I'm not being able to work on the priority. I don't know which lead I have to work on. If I have to work on some lead, I have to work on multiple windows. To manage leads, I have to work on one window. To send out communication, I have to work on separate window. For email, separate window. For WhatsApp, separate window altogether. For the student also, it becomes a very tedious task to complete or maybe to start the application. As Merito, what we are solving, can you show me the next slide, please? So as Merito, what we are solving is we are offering a one unified platform through which you'll be able to centralize all your leads into one single platform. The leads will be simply allocated to your counselors. As a counselor, I'll be able to prioritize my effort that whom I have to connect, whom I have to call. From the same window, I can send out communication, email, SMS, WhatsApp. For the student also, there will be a robust platform through which I'll be able to start my application. I can upload my documents. We have a DigiLocker integration. So if somebody is active on DigiLocker, I can simply fetch and upload my documents, make my payment. For a B school, I can also manage my GD and PI on the same portal. So one unified platform to manage the complete admission from lead generation to your counselor management, to your lead management, to your application management, to your payment management. So to manage everything, one unified platform. Can I have the next slide? On the top, we also have some AI tool. One is our AI chat, which can sit on your website, can interact with the leads. This works 24/7, just like a human agent. This is your AI agent. Second is your voice agent. So for voice agents, basically, this agent can help you to qualify leads. This can dial call automatically, speak to a student and qualify. So as a counselor, I have to just focus on the qualified lead. My effort will be on the qualified leads. So these are two AI agents that is live on Merito. Can I have the next slide, please? These are some of our clients. So if I have to share, almost 50% of the Indian private university today use Merito as a platform. We only work with education as an industry, with universities, school, edtech companies, colleges, coaching. So these are some of our customers. And when we talk about any tech platform, it is also very important to see the compliance. So as a company, we are SOC 2 Type 2 compliant. We are GDPR certified. We are ISO certified. Yeah. Next slide, please. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. Yes.
Shukla sir, please felicitate Mr. Siddharth. And we are immediately starting with our inaugural function. Ladies and gentlemen, today's chief guest of the inaugural session, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, has already arrived, and within next few minutes, we'll be starting with our inaugural session. Ladies and gentlemen, all our dignitaries are arriving on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, let us welcome our chief guest of today's inaugural ceremony, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Verma ji. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have the national song, followed by the national anthem and Maharashtra Geet.
Shyamanam Mataram Vande Mataram Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadana Shobhini Suhasini Sumadura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam कोटि भुजे व्रत खर करवाले हे बोले माधुरी ओ बोले बहुबल धारिणी नमामि तारिणी कुदल वारिणी मातरम वंदे मातरम तुम्हें विद्या तुम्हें वैभव तुम्हें रिद्धि तुम्हें महिमा त्वं हि प्राणाः शरीरे बाहुते तुम्हें मा शक्ति হৃদয়ে তুমি মা ভক্তি তোমার প্রতিমা ঘরে মন্দিরে মন্দিরে বন্দে মাতরম ত্বং হি দুর্গা দশ প্রহরণধারিণী কমলা কমল দল বিহারিণী वाणी विद्यादायिनी नमामि त्वां नमामि कमला अमला अतुला सुजया सुफला मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् श्यामलां सरलां सुस्मिता भूषिता धरणी धरणी मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम् जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गरजा महाराष्ट्र माझा जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गरजा महाराष्ट्र माझा भीतीनं आम्हा तुझी मुळी कडकडणाऱ्या नभा अस्मानाच्या सुलतानीला सभापते ती जिभा सह्याद्रीचा सिंह गर्जत शिवशंभू राजा
दरी दरी तुन नाद गुंजला महाराष्ट्र माझा जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गरजा महाराष्ट्र माझा
काळ्या छातीवरी कोरली अभिमानाची लेणी
ओलादी मनगटे खेळती खेळ जीव घेणी
दारिद्र्याच्या उन्हात शिजला विठ्ठलाच्या घामाने भिजला देश गौरवासाठी झिजला दिल्लीचे ही दस्तगामी तो महाराष्ट्र माझा जय महाराष्ट्र माझा गरजा महाराष्ट्र माझा जय जय महाराष्ट्र माझा
All, kindly be seated. It is with immense pride and great honor that I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to the 100th Annual General Body Meet and National Conference of Vice Chancellors organized by the Association of Indian Universities. This historic gathering, centered on the theme Shaping Self-reliant Bharat through Knowledge and Innovation, marks a significant milestone in the journey of Indian higher education. We are indeed privileged to host this prestigious event at Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, a deemed to be university committed to academic excellence and innovation. On behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, Jnana Prasad Global University, Pune, and Association of Indian Universities, I extend a heartfelt welcome to all the distinguished dignitaries on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor and privilege to welcome our chief guest of the inaugural ceremony, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Dev Vermaji. A very respectful welcome to you, sir. I would like to welcome Honorable Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. P.D. Patil, sir, Honorable Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak, President of AIU and Vice Chancellor of CSJM University, Kanpur, Honorable Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General of AIU, IS Dr. Prashant Narnavre, Secretary to the Honorable Governor, Honorable Pro-Chancellor DPU, Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashree Tai Patil, Honorable Vice Chancellor DPU, Dr. N.J. Pawar sir, Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor DPU, Dr. Mrs. Smita Jadhav Madam, and Honorable Pro-Chancellor of Jnana Prasad Global University, Dr. Somnath Patil sir. And a very cordial welcome to all the dignitaries of the dais, all our esteemed Vice Chancellors, AIU office bearers, and delegates who have traveled from across the country and the globe to be a part of this landmark occasion. A very, very warm welcome to all of you. आत्मनिर्भर एवं ज्ञान प्रेरित भारत की इस संकल्पना को साकार करने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ते हुए मैं एक बार पुनः आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। आइए इस कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ करें। दीप ज्योति परब्रह्म दीप ज्योतिर्जनार्दन दीपो हरतु मे पापम Deepo Jyotir Namostute. Following this prayer, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have an electronic lamp lighting ceremony. May I request our chief guest, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, to light the ceremonial lamp by pressing the electric switch. Thank you very much, sir, for inaugurating this conference. Thank you, sir. Please be seated. Thank you. As a mark of our respect and gratitude, we will now like to felicitate our all distinguished guests. First, I would request Honorable Chancellor of DPU, Dr. P.D. Patil sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Dev Vermaji. Very, very hearty and warm welcome in Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth campus, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, on behalf of AIU, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak ji and Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, I request you to please felicitate Governor of Maharashtra on behalf of Association of Indian Universities. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to request Honorable Dr. Somnath Patil sir, Pro-Chancellor of Jnana Prasad Global University, to kindly felicitate Honorable Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak ji, President of AIU. It is indeed an honor to host this event here. And we would really like to thank Association of Indian Universities for trusting in us and giving us the opportunity. Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak, President of AIU and Vice Chancellor of CSJM University, Kanpur. Thank you, sir. Next, I would request Honorable Pro-Chancellor of DPU, Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashree Patil, Madam, to kindly felicitate Honorable Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Madam, Secretary General of AIU. Honorable Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General of AIU, being felicitated at the hands of our Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashree Patil. We welcome you, ma'am, in our campus. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Next, I would request Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of DPU, Dr. Mrs. Smita Jadavji, to kindly felicitate Dr. Prashant Narnavre, sir, Secretary to Honorable Governor of Maharashtra. We welcome you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for the felicitations. Next, I would request Honorable Vice Chancellor of DPU, Dr. N.J. Pawar, sir, to kindly felicitate Honorable Chancellor of DPU, Dr. P.D. Patil, sir. And now AI also would like to felicitate Honorable Chancellor of DPU. May I once again request Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak ji and Mittal Madam to felicitate Honorable Chancellor of D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. P.D. Patil, sir. The beautiful memento of Ashok Stham, sir, is being felicitated. Thank you. I now have the honor of inviting a towering figure in Indian higher education, a visionary policy leader, and a guiding force behind the academic unity of universities across the nation, Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General of AIU, for a welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you. Pranam, namaste. The chief guest of today's conference, the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Dev Verma ji, the Chancellor of D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. P.D. Patil ji, the President of AIU, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak ji, the Pro-Chancellor of D.Y. Patil University, Dr. Bhagyashree Patil ji, the Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Somnath Patil ji, Secretary to the Honorable Governor, Dr. Prashant Narnavre ji, the Vice Chancellor of D.Y. Patil University, Dr. N.J. Pawar ji, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Smita Jadhav ji, the past presidents of AIU. We have 7 past presidents of AIU present here. We have Professor Patil, we have Professor Pathan, Professor D.S. Chauhan, Professor Salunkhe, Professor Thiruvasagam, Professor G.D. Sharma ji, and Professor Tej Pratap. A very warm welcome to all of you. The Governing Council members of AIU, the distinguished chairpersons and speakers and representatives of apex bodies and international organizations, esteemed vice chancellors from all over the country who have made a lot of effort to come here and be present in this program, faculty members, scholars, and students of D.Y. Patil University, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the 100th AIU Annual General Body Meeting and National Conference of Vice Chancellors. And the theme of the conference is Shaping Self-reliant Bharat Through Knowledge and Innovation. First of all, I would like to thank the university, especially Dr. P.D. Patil ji and Dr. N.J. Pawar ji, for making such efforts to make this conference a huge mega event. They have been working on this conference for around 2-3 months, and I'm sure each one of you has been taken personal care of. Each and every vice chancellor they have approached personally. Everybody is having a shadow or the liaison officer. The stay is comfortable, the arrangements are very good, and even the minutest details they have paid attention. So thank you, Dr. Pawar, and thank you, Dr. P.D. Patil, for such a wonderful arrangement. We are very grateful to the Honorable Governor, Sir, Shri Vishnudev Verma ji, for accepting our invitation and inaugurate the 100th AIU General Body. This is very, very important for us because this is the 100th annual general meeting of the AIU and the National Conference. And around 300 to 400 vice chancellors are here physically, and almost an equal number is also attending this conference virtually. So this is a very, very big milestone for AIU. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here with us. I would also like to welcome all the esteemed vice chancellors who have gathered here, and GC members and past presidents who have traveled long distance to be here with us today. Before this conference, this present conference, we had 5 zonal conferences in different parts of the country. North Zone Conference was held in Lovely Professional University on the theme Integrating Traditional Wisdom in Curriculum and Research. The East Zone Conference was held in Aryabhatta Knowledge University, Patna, where the theme was Promoting Sustainability and Social Responsibility. The South Zone Conference was held in MS Ramaiah University. The theme was Promoting Entrepreneurship and Startups in Higher Education. The Central Zone Conference was held in Osmania University, where again, Honorable Governor Sir was a chief guest. The theme was Creating AI and Quantum Enabled University. The West Zone Conference was held in Janardhan Rai University in Udaipur. The theme was Self-reliant Bharat through Swadeshi, Economic Patriotism, and this is our national conference, which is again on the theme Shaping Self-reliant Bharat through Knowledge and Innovation. So all the 5 conferences recommendations will be mulled upon, will be deliberated upon, and the final recommendations will be emerging, which will be sent to the Government of India for policy making. Before we come to this conference, especially to the Governor Sir and the new Vice Chancellors who have joined the AIU family, I would like to tell you something about AIU. AIU is the largest university association in the world. We have around 1,200 universities as our members, and we have a very close connect with the vice chancellors, teachers, students by a number of ways, because we are involved in academics, we are involved in research, we are involved in sports, we are involved in culture, and also internationalization of higher education. For example, in youth affairs, we hold youth festivals, zonal, national, and at the international level. International level, also our winning teams of the national youth affairs festivals, they go and present and showcase the Indian culture in the foreign countries. For sports, again, we hold 250 championships all over the country in a year. And then our students also participate in the Asian Games and the World University Games. We are also have recently started a bilateral series with cricket, where a combined university team of Australian universities came to India to play cricket with our university team. And then our university team went to Australia to play with the Australian universities team. So this bilateral series has also been started. In internationalization, we are doing very good work. We have established a network called Indian Network for Internationalization of Higher Education. And this network, the purpose is that we want to help the universities who have an intent to do internationalization, but they don't know how to do it, how to approach a partner, how to find a partner, how to make a partnership, and then how to sustain a partnership. So any of you, if you want to do internationalization but don't know how to do it, come to us, we'll help us become a member of INHI, which is Indian Network for Internationalization of Higher Education. AIU has also signed MOU with the parallel association, like we are Association of Indian Universities. Similarly, we have signed MOUs with UK Universities Association, which is called Universities UK International, with Canada Universities, with the Australian Universities, FICHET, which is a Taiwanese University Association, then Arab University Association, African University Association, Sudanese University Association, Spanish University Association, CRUE, and Vietnamese University. So many university associations are we all are having the MOUs. So if we find an Indian partner, they help us in finding a foreign partner and right foreign partner for the right Indian university. That is what we are doing. We also hold very higher education summits abroad. especially for attracting foreign students to India. Like right now, we have 49,000 students who are coming to India, foreign students, and around 8 to 10 lakh are going out of India. So how to increase the number of foreign students in India? So we are having higher education summits, especially in the neighboring countries like we held in the past in Nepal, in Vietnam, in Sri Lanka, so that these students can come to India. And we also take many delegations of Indian university vice chancellors to the foreign universities for forging the partnerships. This particular and then last conference, we, because this is the 100th year, we released a coffee table book on AIU which showcased what AIU has done over 100 years, and that book has been sent to all the vice chancellors. I'm sure you must have received it. We also released the commemorative poster stamp on AIU completion of 100 years, which was released in the last conference by the Honorable Governor Shri Arif Muhammad Khan ji in Bihar during the East Zone VC conference on 22nd of December. And we are also coming out with a number of publications, and for this particular conference, the highlights will be, we'll be releasing a book called History of AIU, because we have completed 100 years. So just now we'll be releasing a book on history of AIU. We have named it as History of AIU, A Century of Evolution, Transformation and Leadership. We'll also release a book on transformative higher education at 2047. It includes articles from various dignitaries that what type of transformative higher education is going to take place. We'll also have an open session on VBSA, Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan Bill, on 30th morning, where you can all tell us that what you want the government to do it, and then we will be sending it to the government of India, that what changes the vice chancellors are expecting in VBSA bill. In your kit, we have put one big flag of and one small flag of AIU. So we expect that all the vice chancellors in their rooms, at their back, AIU flag should be present always, which will always remind you of AIU. We are also having two small sessions. One is on Prime Minister Internship Scheme, which will be delivered by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Government of India. A brief Bharat Scouts and Guides will also be there to tell you how to involve Bharat Scouts and Guides. And then we'll be having a Foundation Day lecture by Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe, and also we have sent a letter to you to send your best practices to AIU, because we are compiling a volume which will give us the best practices of AIU, so that you all know that who is doing what and we can emulate from each other. So these are the conference highlights, and then there are various sessions. One session is on promoting internationalization in higher education, where around 7 international people will be speaking. There will be a session on universities as catalyst for equitable and sustainable healthcare in self-reliant Bharat. That is basically on health, on the special request of the university. There is a session on self-reliant Bharat through Swadeshi, economic patriotism and techno-nationalism. Dr. Bhagwati Prakash ji is here. He will be speaking in that session. We will be having a session on promoting sustainability and social responsibility in higher education institutions. Dr. Kambhoj, who was our GC member, also he will be taking up that session. Then we'll be having a session on promoting entrepreneurship and startups in higher education. Again, the chairperson will be Dr. Gautam Sutradhar. And one session will be on creating AI and quantum-enabled universities, and one on integrating traditional wisdom in curriculum and research. I hope that the positive deliberations in the conference will lead to good recommendations, and they will help the policy makers in framing good policies, especially in how to transform higher education, how to make Bharat self-reliant. So my best wishes for the conference, and I'm sure all of you will enjoy the conference and will gain a lot of insights from the conference. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to a significant academic milestone, release of the University News, the flagship weekly journal of the Association of Indian Universities. May I request Honorable Chief Guest and all other dignitaries to kindly release the latest special issue of the University News. I would also like to invite on stage Dr. Rama Devi Paniji. Since its inception, this esteemed publication has served as a premier platform for academic thought, policy dialogue, and developments in higher education, both in India and globally. Please, ma'am. Renowned for its consistency and rich content, it continues to be an essential resource for educators, administrators, and policymakers. Ladies and gentlemen, the latest special issue of the University News. Well, we have two more significant releases of two insightful books. First, we'll have the release of the book titled Association of Indian Universities, A Century of Evolution, Transformation and Leadership. May I once again request all the dignitaries to kindly release this book. This publication stands as a testament to AIU's remarkable journey and its enduring contribution to higher education since last 100 years. Authored by Kavita A. Sharma and co-authored by Dipti Tripathi. Ladies and gentlemen, a book on Association of Indian Universities, A Century of Evolution, Transformation and Leadership. Our next and last release is a book on transformative higher education at 2047. Once again, a kind request to kindly release this book. Transformative Higher Education at 2047. This book encapsulates innovative ideas and a forward-looking vision for shaping higher education in the years to come. A book on transformative higher education at 2047, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all. Thank you, respected dignitaries, for unveiling this inspiring works. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's now my privilege and honor to invite an eminent educationist, a philanthropist par excellence, and a visionary leader whose contributions have transformed education and healthcare in all over the nation and across the nation. Honorable Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. P.D. Patil, sir, to address the distinguished assembly and share his valuable insights.
परम आदरणीय महाराष्ट्र के माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय जिष्णुदेव वर्मा जी, एआईयू के आदरणीय अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर विनय कुमार पाठक जी, सेक्रेटरी टू द गवर्नर ऑफ महाराष्ट्र डॉक्टर प्रशांत नारनवरे जी, एआईयू के माननीय महासचिव डॉक्टर पंकज मित्तल जी, डॉक्टर डीवाई पाटिल विद्यापीठ के प्रति कुलाधिपति डॉक्टर भाग्यश्री पाटिल जी, ज्ञान प्रसाद ग्लोबल यूनिवर्सिटी के प्रति कुलाधिपति डॉक्टर सोमनाथ पाटिल जी, डॉक्टर डीवाई पाटिल विद्यापीठ के यशस्वी कुलपति प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर एनजे पवार जी, प्रति कुलाधिपति डॉक्टर स्मिता जाधव जी, न्यासी एवं कोषाध्यक्ष डॉक्टर यशराज पाटिल, परम आदरणीय महाराष्ट्र के माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय श्री जिष्णुदेव वर्मा जी का मैं आपका हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं। माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय के सानिध्य में देश भर के कुलपति, शिक्षाविद एवं उच्च शिक्षा के विशेषज्ञ एक मंच पर एकत्रित हुए हैं। ज्ञान और नवाचार के माध्यम से आत्मनिर्भर भारत को, भविष्य के भारत और नए भारत के निर्माण के लिए ऐसे विषयों पर मंथन अत्यंत आवश्यक है। एआई के अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर विनय कुमार पाठक जी, महासचिव डॉक्टर पंकज मित्तल जी, तथा शासीय निकाय के सभी माननीय सदस्यों के प्रति हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि उन्होंने इस ऐतिहासिक 100वीं एनुअल जनरल बॉडी मीट और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ वाइस चांसलर्स के आयोजन का गौरव हमें प्रदान किया। आदरणीय कुलपतिगण, प्रतिष्ठित शिक्षाविद, नीति निर्माता एवं शिक्षा जगत के अग्रणी विद्वज्जन, एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडियन सम्मानित सदस्यगण, मीडिया प्रतिनिधि एवं सभी गणमान्य अतिथिगण, डॉक्टर DY पाटिल विद्यापीठ पिंपरी पुणे तथा ज्ञान प्रसाद ग्लोबल यूनिवर्सिटी की ओर से आप सभी का एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटी की 100वीं एनुअल जनरल बॉडी मीट एवं नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ वाइस चांसलर के इस ऐतिहासिक एवं गौरवपूर्ण अवसर पर हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करते हुए मुझे अत्यंत हर्ष, गौरव और आत्मिक संतोष का अनुभव हो रहा है। यह अवसर केवल एक औपचारिक अधिवेशन नहीं है, यह भारतीय उच्च शिक्षा की एक शताब्दी दीर्घ यात्रा का उत्सव भी है और उसके भविष्य की दिशा पर सामूहिक मनन का महत्वपूर्ण क्षण भी। इस अवसर पर मैं हमारे माननीय संस्थापक अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर DY पाटिल जी के प्रति अपनी विनम्र कृतज्ञता अर्पित करता हूं। उनकी दूरदर्शिता, समाज निष्ठा एवं प्रेक्षक शिक्षा के प्रति समर्पण ने इस विद्यापीठ को केवल एक संस्था ही नहीं बल्कि उत्कृष्टता के एक जीवंत केंद्र के रूप में स्थापित किया है। डॉक्टर DY पाटिल विद्यापीठ पिंपरी पुणे को राष्ट्रीय मूल्यांकन एवं प्रत्यायन परिषद NAAC द्वारा तृतीय चक्र में 4 स्तरीय मूल्यांकन प्रणाली के अंतर्गत 3.64 CGPA के साथ A++ ग्रेड से प्रत्यायन प्राप्त हुआ है। राष्ट्रीय संस्थागत रैंकिंग रूपरेखा 2025 जो शिक्षा मंत्रालय नई दिल्ली द्वारा आयोजित की जाती है, जिसमें डॉक्टर DY पाटिल विद्यापीठ पिंपरी पुणे ने डेंटल श्रेणी में 4th स्थान, मेडिकल श्रेणी में 12वां स्थान, विश्वविद्यालय श्रेणी में 41वां स्थान तथा संपूर्ण श्रेणी में भारत में 71वां स्थान प्राप्त किया है। डॉक्टर DY पाटिल विद्यापीठ पिंपरी पुणे ने टाइम्स हायर एजुकेशन वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग और QS यूनिवर्सिटी वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग में उल्लेखनीय प्रदर्शन किया है, जो इसकी शैक्षणिक उत्कृष्टता, शोध क्षमता और वैश्विक प्रतिस्पर्धा में निरंतर प्रगति दर्शाती है। यह अत्यंत सारगर्भित संयोग है कि एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटीज, जिसका पूर्व नाम इंटर यूनिवर्सिटी बोर्ड IUB था, जिसकी स्थापना महाराष्ट्र में 23 मार्च 1925 में हुई थी, आज अपनी शताब्दी के इस विशिष्ट पर्व पर यह संगठन पुनः महाराष्ट्र की धरती पर अपने 100 वर्ष गौरवपूर्ण विरासत के साथ 2026 में एकत्रित हुआ है, जिसने ज्ञान और नवाचार के माध्यम से हमारे देश को आत्मनिर्भर भारत के निर्माण के प्रगति के पथ पर आगे बढ़ने में अभूतपूर्व कार्य किया है। यह केवल समय का प्रवाह नहीं, यह एक ऐतिहासिक आवर्तन है, एक ऐसी यात्रा का पुनःस्मरण है जिसने भारतीय उच्च शिक्षा को दिशा, स्वरूप और उद्देश्य प्रदान किया। डॉक्टर DY पाटिल विद्यापीठ में हमारा मूल विश्वास है कि शिक्षा का अंतिम उद्देश्य समाज की सेवा है। हमारा प्रयास रहा है कि अनुसंधान एवं नवाचार को शैक्षणिक प्रक्रिया का अभिन्न अंग बनाया जाए, स्वास्थ्य एवं चिकित्सा शिक्षा में उत्कृष्टता स्थापित की जाए, बहुविषयीय अध्ययन को प्रोत्साहित किया जाए तथा वैश्विक सहयोग के माध्यम से ज्ञान का विस्तार किया जाए। किंतु इससे भी अधिक महत्वपूर्ण यही है कि हम ऐसे विद्यार्थियों का निर्माण करें जो केवल दक्ष ही नहीं बल्कि संवेदनशील, करुणाशील एवं उत्तरदायी नागरिक भी हो। AI की आयोजन समिति देश भर से पधारे सभी कुलपतियों एवं प्रतिनिधियों तथा हमारे समर्पित सहयोगियों के प्रति अपनी हार्दिक कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करता हूं। आपकी उपस्थिति इस अवसर को सार्थक एवं गरिमामय बनाती है। AI की शताब्दी के ऐतिहासिक अवसर पर आइए हम दृढ़ संकल्प के साथ भविष्य की ओर अग्रसर हो। हमारे विश्वविद्यालय निरंतर उत्कृष्टता के केंद्र, नवाचार के प्रेरक तथा राष्ट्र निर्माण के सुदृढ़ स्तंभ बने रहे। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं आप सभी का पुनः हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं और इस 100वीं अन्य जनरल बॉडी मीट और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ वाइस चांसलर की सफलतापूर्ण इष्ट सिद्धि की कामना करता हूं। सर्वे सुखिनो भवन्तु। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र।
Thank you very much, sir, for your visionary guidance and encouragement. I now invite a distinguished academician, an exemplary university leader, and a statesman of higher education policy whose leadership continues to shape the strategic direction of universities across the country. It's now my honor to invite Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak ji, President of AIU, to address the August gathering.
Thank you and namaskar. संगच्छदम संवध्वम समवो मनांसि जानाताम देवा भागम यथा पूर्वे संजनाना upasate. Move together, speak in harmony. Let our minds be one accord. Rig Veda 10.1.912, a fitting verse for an assembly that has for 100 years sought to think together for Bharat. Honorable Chief Minister, His Excellency the Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Vermaji, your presence today honors the stage and reaffirms your steadfast commitment to the cause of education. We are deeply grateful. Distinguished Chancellors of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. P.D. Patil, our heartfelt thanks for your vision and the generosity in hosting this historic gathering. Vice Chancellor D.Y. Vidyapeeth, Dr. N.J. Pawar, other dignitaries on the dais, my friends, distinguished Vice Chancellors, policymakers, and friends drawn from the length and breadth of our great nation. Esteemed academicians, today is not an ordinary day in the life of Bharatiya higher education. Today we mark a full century of the Association of Indian Universities, 100 years of stewardship, of debate, of consensus building, and of quietly shaping the institution that saved Bharat. When AI was founded, Bharat was not yet free. Today, as we gather the 100th annual General Body meeting, we do so in a Bharat that aspires to lead this world. The arc of the journey runs through the universities of this country and through the deliberations of this forum. We meet, therefore, at a defining moment. Our beloved Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji and the nation has set itself the goal of becoming a Viksit Bharat by 2047. Our theme today, Shaping Self-reliant Bharat through Knowledge and Innovation, is in that light neither a slogan nor an aspiration. It is a charge laid upon every university represented in this hall. The world around us has changed and changed quickly. In just the last year, Bharat has weathered tariffs of up to 50% on key exports from our largest trading partner and oil shocking arising from instability in West Asia, currency volatility at a sharp tightening of global capital flows, and yet Bharat did not flinch. Our economy is now expected to grow at over 7% of this fiscal year, the fastest rate among any major economy in the world. We have crossed Japan in nominal GDP to become the fourth largest economy on the earth. Inflation has been brought to among the lowest level in the years. Foreign exchange reserves remain nearly $700 million, cushioning the rupee while our policymakers maintaining strategic autonomy at every steps. When pressed, Bharat did not bend. Bharat diversified, deepening trade with European Union, United Kingdom, EFTA, and West Asia, and reaffirming its right to source energy in its own national interest. This is what self-reliance looks like in practice. It's not isolation. It is the quiet confidence of a country whose domestic demand, domestic savings, domestic talent pool are now deep enough to absorb an external shock without losing direction. The classical Bharatiya wisdom captures it well, Nayattama Balhine Labdhya. The self is not attained by the weak, neither is the destiny of a nation. Universities are not merely places where knowledge is transmitted. There where a nation imagines itself, tests itself, and renews itself. They were where the next generation of scientists, entrepreneurs, jurists, artists, and public servants is formed. If Bharat is to stand the knowledge-led economic power, the power will be built quite literally on our campuses. And the most exciting news in this story is not coming from the metros, it is coming from the heartland. Patent filing in Bharat have crossed 1.43 lakh applications in 25-26, a rise of more than 30% over the previous year, and over 3 times the level of a decade ago. Bharat has climbed to the 6th position globally in patent filing, ahead of long-established innovation economies. For the first time in our history, more than two-thirds of those filings are made by our own citizens. 45% of our recognized startups today originate not in Bangalore, Delhi, or Mumbai, but in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Consider the evidence of Car Dekho Bharat, first unicorn from a Tier 2 city, was built in a garage in Jaipur and now serves customers across Southeast Asia and the West Asia. Indore and Bhopal have emerged as fintech and AI corridors anchored by IIT Indore, IIM Indore, and a maturing incubator network. Coimbatore is quietly becoming one of the country's most credible deep tech and manufacturing clusters. Bhubaneswar, Kochi, Visakhapatnam, and Chandigarh are following close behind. Tamil Nadu has multiplied its patent filing more than fivefold since 2020. Uttar Pradesh and Punjab have more than quadrupled theirs. The geography of the Bharati innovation is being rewritten in front of our eyes. And smaller universities are no longer content to remain consumer of technology developed elsewhere. They are stepping into manufacturing and production, running prototypes, labs, pilot plants, incubators on their campus, fabricating drones, sensors, EV component, agri-tech equipments, and medical devices, and partnering with local MSME to take those products to a market. A district level university in Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh today does what only a metropolitan IIT could do 20 years ago. This is the deepest form of Atmanirbharta, capability distributed across the length and breadth of the Bharat, not concentrated in just five postal codes. And let us not forget, this turn towards the indigenous knowledge and innovation is not a new ambition for Bharat. It is a return to form. Long before the Dalton proposed the atomic theory in 1808, the sage Kanad in various six sutras wrote that all matter is composed of individual particles. Anumatram anantam avipajyam. The atom is minute, eternal, indivisible. Aryabhatta calculated the value of pi and the duration of the sidereal years with astonishing precision. Susuta documented over 300 surgical procedures, including cataract removal and rhinoplasty. Bhaskaracharya anticipated key results of differential calculus. Nagarjuna in his Raskatha laid down the systematic, complete framework of preventive medicines. I think at AIU, we are doing innovation, internationalization, sports, culture, and entrepreneurship. And under the guidance of Professor Bhagwati Prakash Sharma, we have got a national working group of the Swadeshi movement. I want three commitments from all of you: form collaborative groups, aligning with national goals, focus on the incubation. At last, I want 100 years ago, AIU was founded on a quiet faith that has the University of Bharat working together could shape the destiny of this nation. A century later, that faith stands vindicated. The next 100 years will belong to those who can turn knowledge into capability and capability into self-reliance. Let us begin that work today from this hall. I also remind you the couplets of our alumni at Kanpur, the late Prime Minister Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, what he said about our country. मैं अखिल विश्व का गुरु महान, देता विद्या का अमर दिखान, विद्या का अमर दान, मैंने दिखलाया मुक्ति मार्ग, मैंने सिखलाया ब्रह्म ज्ञान, मेरे वेदों का ज्ञान अमर, मेरे वेदों की ज्योति प्रखर, मानव के मन का अंधकार क्या कभी सामने सका ठहर, मेरे स्वर नभ में गहर गहर, सागर के जल में छहर छहर, इस कोने से उस कोने तक कर सकती जगती सौरभ में, हिंदू तन मन, हिंदू जीवन, रग रग हिंदू, मेरा परिचय ग्रंथो विश्वाम. लेट अस मेक द वर्ल्ड नोबेल अगेन. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address and valuable insights. Ladies and gentlemen, we now arrive at the most awaited moment of this August gathering. It is a matter of immense honor and privilege for us to have amidst us a distinguished statesman with a visionary leadership, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnudev Vermaji. He belongs to the Royal Manikya dynasty of Tripura, known for its progressive legacy, and is widely admired for his kind and visionary approach. He began his political career with Bharatiya Janata Party in 1993 and served as Deputy Chief Minister of Tripura from 2018 to 2023, handling key portfolios like finance, rural development, and power. A multifaceted personality, he is also an accomplished artist, poet, and an author. deeply committed to education, tribal welfare, and cultural preservation. After serving as governor of Telangana in July 2024, he assumed office as governor of Maharashtra on 10th March 2026. His gracious presence today adds great significance to this historic occasion. With profound respect, it is my proud privilege and honor to invite Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Dev Vermaji, to deliver the inaugural address.
Namaskar. On the dais, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak, President, Association of Indian Universities and Vice Chancellor, CSJM, University Kanpur. Dr. P.D. Patel, Chancellor, D.Y. Patel University. Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General AIU. Dr. Bhagyasri Patil, Pro-Chancellor, D.Y. Patel University. Dr. N.J. Pawar, Vice Chancellor, D.Y. Patel University. Dr. Srimati Smita Jadhav, Pro-Vice Chancellor, DPU. Dr. Prashant Nanavare, Secretary to the Governor. Dr. Yashraj Patil, Treasurer, DY, PVS. Distinguished Vice Chancellors, academicians, educationists, faculty members, invitees. In my capacity as the Chancellor of 29 state-funded public universities, I am extremely happy to be with you all at this 100th Annual General Body Meeting of the AIU and the National Conference of Vice Chancellors. I congratulate the Association of Indian Universities, AIU, for organizing the 100th Annual General Body Meeting and National Conference of Vice Chancellors on the theme of shaping self-reliant Bharat through knowledge and innovation. During the last 100 years, AIU has emerged as one of India's premier apex bodies in higher education. It has constantly played an important role as a policy or advisory institution to the Government of India in areas such as higher education, sports, culture, and internationalization. I was pleased to note that AIU has a membership over 1,150 universities, including international institutions. That's a huge achievement. AIU is thus the academic think tank of the government. It's a matter of pride that eminent leaders like President Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, President Dr. Zakir Hussain, and Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee have guided AIU. Their legacy continues to inspire its mission, academic excellence, and nation building. I congratulate Dr. D.Y. Patel Vidyapeeth, Pimpri, Pune for hosting this prestigious conference. Founded in 2003, the Dr. D.Y. Patel Vidyapeeth has emerged as a premier multidisciplinary university known for quality education, meaningful research, and compassionate healthcare. I had the privilege of meeting Dr. D.Y. Patelji, a respected educationist and former governor when he was governor of Tripura. I am pleased to see his vision carried forward with such commitment. The theme of the conference takes me back to 1960 when I was a school student. Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri had given the slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, in the backdrop of the Indo-Pak War of 1965 and the simultaneous food crisis facing India. Years later, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee added Jai Vigyan to the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And in May 1998, in the backdrop of India's successful Pokhran nuclear tests. Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji added Jai Anusandhan to the slogan in the backdrop of India's growing focus on innovation, research, and development. It is through innovation, research, and development India can achieve the goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Viksit Bharat is not merely about becoming the world's richest or most economically advanced nation. It is about ensuring that development reaches the very last person on the socio-economic ladder. The Vedic dictum, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaha, beautifully captures the inclusive and compassionate vision of progress. The path of Viksit Bharat passes through our schools and colleges. Since assuming office as Governor of Maharashtra, I have been regularly reviewing the functioning of our universities. I have held separate meetings with Vice Chancellors of traditional universities as well as those from agriculture and the veterinary science institutions. In these institutions, I have urged our universities to make conscious and sustained effort to improve their national and global rankings. The same applies to all the universities across the country. Universities must understand the criteria that goes into decided rankings and improve their rankings. Secondly, I have emphasized the importance of implementing School Connect program by actively reaching out to schools across the respective districts. This initiative will encourage more students, particularly those from economically weaker sections, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, to pursue higher education. Such efforts are essential for achieving our goal of 50% gross enrollment ratio. I will call upon you to pursue these initiatives in our universities also. Dear Vice Chancellors and academic leaders, the conference brings together important themes such as Swadeshi and techno-nationalism, sustainability and social responsibility, entrepreneurship, AI, and quantum-enabled education integration of traditional knowledge, healthcare, and internationalization. With around 400 vice chancellors participating physically and many more virtually, this gathering provides a significant platform for shaping the future of higher education in India. The theme highlights the transformative role of higher education institutions, HEIs, in building a self-reliant India. Today, education must go beyond textbooks. Universities should nurture critical thinking, innovation, and problem solving. By linking knowledge with practical skills, promoting Indian knowledge systems, and strengthening industry partnerships, higher education institutions can produce job creators rather than mere job seekers. Last week, I inaugurated a center for innovation established by a private university. I was impressed by the wide range of industry-oriented, innovative skill programs offered by the institution. All universities must foster creativity, encourage experimentation, and prepare students to engage meaningfully with complex challenges of the future. Skill development has to be the integral part of higher education. Maharashtra is known to be a hub of higher education. Some of our universities in the state attract many foreign students. Today, our universities are also collaborating with some of the best national and international universities. Under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Sri Devendra Fadnavis, an EduCity is being created near Mumbai as a transformative hub for global higher education. It is imperative that our universities also raise the bar of excellence to stay relevant and competitive. The vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat rooted in Swadeshi, economic patriotism, and techno-nationalism. Universities must act as role models by promoting environmentally responsible practices and integrating sustainability into teaching and research. Social responsibility calls for inclusive education and active engagement with communities. Through outreach, partnerships, and innovation, higher educational institutions can address challenges such as inequality, public health, environmental degradation, fostering a more just and compassionate society. The creation of AI and quantum-enabled institutions is vital in today's rapidly evolving technological landscape. These institutions must promote interdisciplinary learning, hands-on research, and innovation. At the same time, ethical considerations must guide technological advancements. While inaugurating a national seminar on governing artificial intelligence, I said it is necessary that AI reaches to all our students and it is inclusive and compassionate. I once again congratulate AIU for selecting such a forward-looking theme and organizing this landmark conference. I wish this 100th AIU annual general body meet a national conference of vice chancellors a grand success. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you very much, sir, for your deeply inspiring, thought-provoking, and visionary address, which has set a right tone for all the deliberation and discussions for the next 3 days. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, now as we come to the close of the inaugural ceremony, may I invite Dr. N.J. Pawar, sir, Vice Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all of you. The chief guest of today's inaugural function, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Sri Jishnudev Vermaji, the Honorable Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. P.D. Patilji, Honorable Pro-Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Dr. Mrs. Bhagyasritai Patil Madamji, AIUK President, Professor Vinay Kumar Pathakji, Dr. Prashant Narnaoreji, Secretary of the Government of Maharashtra, Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittalji, Secretary General of AIU, Dr. Samnath Patilji, Pro-Chancellor of DPGU, Dr. Mrs. Smita Zadav, Pro-Vice Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, and Dr. Yashraj Patil, Trustee and Treasurer of DPU, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Vice Chancellors, distinguished delegates, invited guests, members of the press, media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pride privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the momentous occasion of inaugural session of 100th AIU Inaugural General Body Meet and the National Conference of the Vice Chancellors. At the outset, let me express our deepest gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Jishnudev Vermaji, Governor of Maharashtra, for gracing this particular occasion and delivering such an inspiring and thought-provoking address. Sir, your address has set the tone for the next 2 days of deliberations and discussions during this particular 100th AIU Vice Chancellor Conference. Sir, your visionary thoughts on shaping self-reliant Bharat through knowledge and innovation have truly set this particular tone for this conference and will guide our deliberations in the next 2 days to come. I extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. P.D. Patilji, and Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashree Patil Madam Ji, for their constant encouragement, visionary leadership, and unwavering commitment to excellence, which have made this prestigious gathering possible. Our heartfelt appreciations to Professor Vinay Patil Ji, President of AIU, for his insightful address, continued leadership for strengthening the higher education ecosystem in India. And I also wish to thank Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittalji, Secretary General of AIU, for her unwavering support for the last 1.5 years, and also befitting welcome address for the remarkable efforts of AIU in bringing together academic leaders from across the nation and beyond. We are deeply grateful to all our distinguished dignitaries, vice chancellors, international delegates, participants whose presence has enriched this particular inaugural session and reflects the collective commitment towards the academic excellence and the national development. राजसत्ता, अर्थसत्ता, धर्मसत्ता वैश्विक स्तर पर एक अलग से दौर से जा रही है. इसमें ज्ञानसत्ता का योगदान बहुत जरूरी है. अगले 2 दिन में आप सभी इसी के ऊपर विचार विमर्श करके एक सेल्फ रिलायंट भारत और विकसित भारत का फाउंडेशन बनाने में योगदान देंगे, इसका मुझे पूर्ण आत्मविश्वास है. I will also like to express my deepest and sincere gratitude to all our organizing committee members, faculty, staff, volunteers, and supporting teams of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth and Jnanaprasad University, whose dedication and meticulous planning have ensured the smooth conduct of the inaugural function. Knowingly or unknowingly, during this particular organizational preparations, we may have, or some of us may have hurt our colleagues' feelings. For them, I would like to use a Marathi Bhavgit, 2 of the sentences from the Marathi Bhavgit. भले बुरे जे घडून गेले विसरून जावे क्षणभर सारे आयुष्याच्या या वळणावर. They will pardon us if we have hurt anybody's feelings. Finally, I extend my gratitude to all our partners, sponsors, and collaborators for their valuable support. With this, we conclude the inaugural session. We look forward for continued support to engaging and fruitful deliberations in the upcoming sessions. I must express my deepest gratitude to the Secretary, to the Governor of Maharashtra for his support and guidance throughout the planning of this particular event, and also to Dr. Somnath Patil, whose university vice chancellor, as well as his team, and also the faculty members have supported us largely to see that this event becomes successful. Once again, I thank all the dignitaries sitting on the dais and all of you for attending this particular function. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, as we now conclude this inaugural ceremony, may I request you all to kindly rise for the national song, followed by the national anthem.
मृत खर करवाले ये बोले माँ तुम्हें ओ बोले बहुबल धारिणी नमामि तारिणी उदल वारिणी मातरम वंदे मातरम तुम्हें विद्या तुम्हें वैभव तुम्हें रिद्धि तुम्हें महिमा त्वं हि प्राणाः शरीरे बाहुते तुम्हें मा शक्ति হৃদয়ে তুমি মা ভক্তি তোমার প্রতিমা ঘরে মন্দিরে মন্দিরে বন্দে মাতরম ত্বং হি দুর্গা দশ প্রহরণধারিণী কমলা কমল দল বিহারিণী वाणी विद्यादायिनी नमामि त्वां नमामि कमला अमला अतुला सुजया सुफला मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् श्यामलां सरलां सुस्मिता भूषिता धरणी धरणी मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम् जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you once again. Thank you, Honorable Chief Guest, for your gracious presence. It's a request to all the distinguished Vice Chancellor to please proceed to the ground floor for a group photograph with Honorable Governor of Maharashtra and other dignitaries. All the Vice Chancellors are requested to please proceed. The liaising officers will guide you. Yeah.